Off the top at 6, a West Michigan family still searching for answers more than 11 years since a brutal killing that has puzzled investigators.
Target 8 investigator Byron Tollefson spoke with a close friend of the victim who has not given up hope that justice will be served.
On April 27, 2012, 72-year-old Alvaro Loera was found brutally murdered inside his Muskegon Heights home. He used to be the owner of what once was Flamingo's restaurant here in Muskegon. More than a decade later now, his family has yet to find justice. A dying man viciously stabbed and beaten to death in his own home, with the culprit still a mystery more than a decade later.
What happened to him was just it's just unbearable. I can't even imagine the way that his life ended.
The victim, 72-year-old Alvaro Loera, an Army veteran and well known in the community as the owner of Flamingo's restaurant in Muskegon.
He really did have a heart of gold. He gave so many people jobs, even if he didn't need any employees. You always had a job.
Loera opened the first restaurant in Muskegon Heights in 1977. He expanded to Muskegon's Laketon Avenue in 1990. That's where Mary Suarez worked for 10 years. There, she met her husband, who is related to Loera, and she remains close with the family today.
Everybody knew Flamingo's. It was just the place to go. It was the best Mexican food in town.
In 2000, Loera's own son, Alfonso, was shot and killed while trying to stop a robbery just blocks away from their family home.
This has happened too much in our family, in fact, too often. And for no apparent reason other than most of them being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
In 2004, Alvaro Loera lost his wife, Janie, to cancer. By April 2012, his own health was failing.
He was not a healthy man. He suffered from black lung disease. He had diabetes, he had shingles, he had 50% lung capacity, was on an oxygen tank 24 hours a day.
He had just left the hospital after a bout with pneumonia. His family was already preparing for his death. Doctors had just told the family he would go on life support soon. But instead of passing away peacefully, he met a brutal end.
I personally was expecting a phone call from my sister or my nieces to let me know that my brother had passed away. You know, natural causes, but this was something that we couldn't even fathom.
April 27, 2012. The family says a woman whom they didn't recognize showed up at Flamingo's restaurant
and said to one of the daughters, you know, you really should go check on your dad.
Loera's daughter and granddaughter rushed to his longtime home on Walk Street in Muskegon Heights. They found him face down in front of his own kitchen sink.
For the daughter and granddaughter specifically to find him like that.
And it's just something that, they'll carry it with them for the rest of their life.
Police say someone went into that home and stabbed and beat Loera to death.
I mean, we were in agony, and we were shocked, we were hurt.
It's unclear who the woman was and what happened to her. Loera's family believes he was murdered by someone he knew.
His home was locked. He had like a buzzer system that he had to have let someone into his home.
6 months after the killing, Muskegon Heights police turned the investigation over to Michigan State Police. Today, state police tell Target 8 the investigation remains open. There is hope. State police say, quote, there is physical evidence on the Loera homicide and comparisons can be made with suspect DNA. DNA has changed over time and examinations are always updated where applicable.
They just want answers, you know, just whatever justice looks like in this situation. Somebody should be held accountable.
Although Flamingo's restaurant eventually closed, every other weekend his children served the food out of the Schultz house, a bar just blocks away from Loera's home.
Is I think kind of how they keep that legacy, you know, alive a little bit.
Suarez hopes by sharing Loera's story, someone who knows something will finally come forward.
But I just really hope that by saying his name again and again, Alvaro Loera from Muskegon Heights was murdered in his home on April 27th of 2012.
The family is offering a $5,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of someone for Alvaro's murder. If you know anything, please contact State Police's 6th District Headquarters in Grand Rapids or Silent Observer. Reporting in Muskegon, I'm Target 8 investigator Byron Tollefson.